You know the feeling of walking away from a conversation, wondering if you're being too sensitive, while somehow apologizing when you've done nothing wrong? That exhaustion is the direct result of someone rewriting a story until you lose your grip on what is actually real. We are going to resolve that psychological loop. Today, we are building your personal boundary playbook, a collection of step-by-step actions and verbal scripts designed to shut down 8 specific manipulation tactics used to control your behavior. To make this work, we have to close a common vulnerability called the jade trap. This is the urge to justify, argue, defend, and explain your choices to someone who has already decided to ignore your perspective. The foundational rule of this playbook is to stop explaining yourself to those who are pretending not to understand you. Before we start, grab a notes app or a piece of paper to copy these scripts. As we go through the steps, keep one specific, difficult relationship dynamic in your life in mind to audit against these patterns. Documenting these steps shifts your role from a reactive participant to a prepared observer. By knowing the patterns before they start, you maintain your own sense of reality. Step 1 focuses on securing your reality against tactics designed to twist history and create confusion. Gaslighting is a slow, quiet rewriting of past moments. You remember an event clearly, and the other person tells you it never happened, or that you're being too sensitive. Over time, these denials lead you to believe their version of reality more than your own gut. This flowchart shows a related tactic known as DARVO: deny, attack, and reverse victim and offender. When you bring up a concern, the other person denies the event, attacks your tone or your timing, and finally frames themselves as the victim of your cruelty. By the end, you find yourself comforting the person who hurt you. To defend against this, start documenting facts in writing and refuse to defend your tone when it is attacked. Use this exact script. I am willing to talk about this, but not if the original issue keeps getting varied. Relying on documented facts leaves the manipulator with no room to twist the narrative. When you stop taking the bait, they lose the ability to control the story. Step 2 is controlling the pacing of the relationship. This neutralizes tactics that use speed or inconsistency to force an emotional investment. Love bombing involves an intense, unearned level of affection early on. Constant texting, gifts, and talk of forever on a second date create an artificial high. This version of the person is often bait, designed to hook you so that you'll stay even after they eventually go cold. The opposite extreme is breadcrumbing. As seen on this calendar, you receive just enough sporadic attention to keep you on standby. A random text every few days reminds you they exist, but they never follow through on actual plans or commitments. Your defensive action is to put the relationship on a mandatory delay. Stop decoding mixed signals and judge long-term patterns of behavior rather than early promises. Real connection requires time for trust to form naturally. Adopting the mindset that inconsistency is not enough ensures you only invest your energy where it is actually returned. Step 3 is exposing the behavior out loud, directly. By saying things like, "Sarah agrees with me," they make you feel outnumbered and force you to defend yourself against a team you didn't know existed. You can pull this triangle apart by demanding direct communication. Use the script. If you have a problem with me, talk to me, not about me. The silent treatment uses the absence of communication to pressure you into yielding. When someone goes cold without explanation, they are waiting for the uncertainty to become unbearable, so that you will be the one to bridge the gap and apologize for something you didn't do. Stop chasing the noise. Name the behavior and set your boundary. If you're upset, I'm open to talking, but I won't be punished with silence. Calling out the strategy forces the other person to either engage with you fairly or step out of the relationship. Step 4 is rejecting the unearned debt created by tactics that masquerade as care or support. Guilt tripping turns your healthy boundaries into invisible failures. A quiet sigh or a comment about "everything I've done for you" makes you feel like your kindness is a debt you are constantly trying to repay. A similar dynamic is the white knight. This person often creates chaos or chips away at your confidence just so they can step in as the savior. They need you to feel broken or overwhelmed so they can remain relevant in your life. When you feel this pressure, evaluate whether you actually did something wrong or if you are simply being made to feel that way. Accept genuine help, but only if it doesn't require surrendering your autonomy. Genuine support provides the tools for you to stand on your own. A manipulator's help operates on a different logic. Their role as a savior only exists as long as you stay stuck in the problem they helped create. Here is your completed boundary playbook. With these 4 steps and the scripts documented, you are no longer left guessing how to respond when these toxic dynamics appear. You now have tools for specific scenarios. If they try to rewrite the past, check your notes. If they play the victim, return to the original issue. If they withdraw to punish you, do not chase them. Pick one script from this playbook and deploy it the very next time you feel invisible pressure or confusion in a relationship. Holding these boundaries will feel awkward at first. Your instinct may be to return to old patterns to ease tension, but that temporary friction is the